Sir, we've
All
had
this
another
must be a little
situation.
overwhelming for
A
you.
code red.
What? This is the third time in 2 weeks. This is unacceptable. How could this happen?
We think there was a system glitch. We're looking into it.
Damn it, you're all useless. I'll figure out what happened. But in the meantime, tell the others to be on high alert. I want more patrols and more rounds.
Right away, sir.
Doctor.
Yes, sir.
You know what happens
Understood.
when people get robots to do all their work? They get real people doing
No argument here.
Nice to meet you. I've been saying for years that we're too... Maybe you can talk. In any case, perhaps a...
Hi there.
Nothing to report, sir.
So much research, so little time.
Do we really need all
Cynthia,
these coursers
you
roaming
were
the
scheduled
halls?
for maintenance duty in SRB last night. Anything you'd
Hey,
like to report?
it's me.
Nothing to report.
So you're the
I
one who
carried
sent
out
the
my
encrypted
duties,
message.
as usual.
How did you even do that? I wasn't sure anyone on the surface would have a
You
chance
know
to
you are
crack
not
Trinity.
permitted to access terminals in that section.
A friend named Tinker.
He must have had some serious harm.
Sure.
Your message was only one word.
But I was only...
Friend.
What is it? Were you or weren't you accessing a terminal in SRB?
The railroad's in the business of helping synths too.
It's not
What?
it sounds like.
The,
was
I
cleaning
kept
up
sending
the
synths to the surface hoping...
by mistake.
I hoped the railroad got to some of them, but
That a
I...
stutter? Have you developed a defect?
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in.
Uh-huh.
With you in the picture,
I
I have this idea, but we'll need help.
It won't help.
Where's he working now?
See that it doesn't.
Right.
Probably best to talk about something else right now.
Now get back to your duties.
You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface. But that can't be right. Heck, you look positively normal to me. No offense. I'm not sure if we could ever make the surface actually a decent place to live. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't at least try to help, you know? C-114, it's me.
Sir, do you require something?
It's okay, Z1. He's a friend. He's with the railroad.
Meeting here is dangerous. And you bring a stranger. You. How do I know we can trust you?
Because the members of the railroad have dedicated...
I thought only Mr. Benet cared.
But that's what the railroad does, Z1.
I've never met another human willing to help.
Right now, how many synths want to escape, Z1?
The ones I know for certain? 13.
That'll take forever. Let's free those 13 all in one go.
I would do anything for my people. But how do we get them to the teleporter? It's no good. The old maintenance tunnels that lead there are always sealed. By the SRB.
If I can find a way to open those doors, could you get your synths to the teleporter room?
Yes. We'll talk later. Someplace more secure.
Just a few high-security doors, right? Controlled by cutting-edge SRB security tech. Yeah. A head-on hack is the sucker play. So we go at them sideways. You're willing to help, right? I can't do this alone.
Of course I'll help you.
Our core security architecture hasn't fundamentally changed from the old CIT days. The original security program was called Code Defender. Revolutionary stuff. We still have terminals running With some persuasion, I can get an old terminal to interface with the new security terminals. Problem is, I can't even crack version 1. So I need a good old-fashioned username and... But if you could get me a pre-war admin password from the surface, I could...
I'll find it for you.
That's great. Unfortunately, the CIT ruins were picked clean years ago. But some of the admins... Ask your friends in the railroad.
Half of you know this already, but something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did he find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of. So get it done. Have you met with Patriot yet?
I met Patriot. His name...
I knew you'd get the job done. We need every scrap of intel you pick. Write up a full report on Pam's terminal. After you're done, we'll...
Hey, it's Charmer. Charmer's back.
You really walked the Freedom Trail? By yourself?
Intruder countermeasures active. This unit is incapable of voice communication.
Pam needs you in her will.
Preliminary analysis complete.
Anything we need to move on?
Affirmative. Codename Patriot requires admin credentials for Code Defender security software. Cross-indexing CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match found. Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman. Wilfred. Registered as co-owner of Cambridge Polymer Labs. Estimated 81% chance of login credentials being located at this facility.
Thanks, Pam.
Complement detected.
After you get the password report back here.
Better get a move on. Radiation here. Something ain't right here. Feel it in my bones.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
Is that even possible?
Hopefully, Patriot's core escape plan will scale up. If it can't... Well, we'll deal with it as it comes. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and...
Z1 seems keen.
We always thought Patriot was the savior of the synths. But it may. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
Good to see you. Feeling well today?
Hey, Doc.
Welcome. Welcome.
It'll take some time, but I could... Uh-huh.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. But... tell me.
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was to... Of course I'd fight for my freedom. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps, yes. Even if most don't join the fight, certainly there are... But we should be prepared for some of the synths.
All people want to be free. They just need the opportunity to take it.
If the railroad inspires everyone like you do, the SRB is wise to fear you. We will give my people an opportunity, and they will flock to us. I admire Mr. Beignet a great deal, but we can't tell him about this plan. It's his people we'll be fighting. I will talk to my friends. Meet me here tomorrow. Do you require anything?
Good to see you. Feeling well today?
Did I turn off the interferometer?
Rumor is, Advanced Systems will be starting a new dark matter initiative soon.
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Liam, I got your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going...
Right.
So hand it over and all.
This is a delicate operation.
Good question. If we find ourselves in that position, we pull the plug and wait for another opportunity. We can't risk anyone's life over this.
Would it be possible to rescue more synths?
Those 13 synths are the only ones. If we push our...
Here you go.
Great. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update?
Uh-huh.
We are honored to welcome you here.
I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting but we will fight and die very quickly. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and...
I have weapons I can...
Excellent. Deposit anything you can spare in Maintenance Closet 3B. But so the ingredient...
Go on.
The Institute's always expanding. The mining equipment has been packed into crates, and thanks to Mr. Beignet, the construction crew is populated. How do you feel about killing?
I'll do it.
Thank you.
Sure.
After you eliminate the SRB, it will be a trap. And then...
Hello.
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3!
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do. Please direct all inquiries to...
Sustaining damage.
Thank you, stranger. Leave now. Soon, this will all be under rubble. Remember Z1's plan, everyone.
Tell Z1,
Grab
we
everything
will fight
can
when the time
use.
comes.
The crates, especially.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary requirements are being filled.
You have done your part, and we'll do ours. Weapon construction.
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remaining is keeping all of this... So we're being very careful. For now, please continue working with Father. When my people are ready,
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X688. I've already neutralized the perimeter guard. Just give the word, and we can start the assault on the main flotilla.
I can handle these raiders.
I have no reason to doubt that, sir. If you take on... I think we're being shadowed.
Someone's out there!
Not sure where, though.
Payback time, boogeyman!
Hold up a moment, sir. There's something important I need to tell you.
I'm listening.
I'm going to give you B592's reset code. If he hears the code phrase, it'll reset. You'll need to say B592 initialize factory reset. Follow. Once he's shut down, I can
I'm not going to destroy this man's identity and free will.
He's not a man, sir. We can restore it to its Sir, I can't force you to use the reset code. That's all, sir.
Sure. Got it. Yes. Nice.
Well
Judging by
done.
your gear, I'm
Very
gonna guess you
impressive.
two are agents of the
Just
Institute.
like me.
So, made it to the
Tell
top.
me.
Is the Institute so desperate for resources that it's stealing plunder from honest, hard-working Commonwealth gangs?
How much plunder have you got?
What are you doing, boss? We can take.
Right.
Keep your mouth shut. We got a modest little stash. What do you say?
You have my word? Give me what...
The password to get into the stash. Help yourself, my fellow pirate. We can...
I'm sorry, sir, but I have my
Here to
orders.
die.
You gotta be joking.
Factory reset. Authorization Gamma 7-1 Epsilon.
Gabriel, you aren't who you think you are.
A sin? What the?
Right.
I remember my whole life. Explain.
I'll make this easy for you.
Okay. Okay.
Don't listen to these guys. Just shut the hell up.
I'm sorry, sir, but I have my
Here to
orders.
die.
You got... Take a swig for me while you're at it.
Gabriel.
Sure. I remember. Explain.
Uh-huh. I'll make this easy.
Okay. Okay.
Don't listen to these guys. Just shut...
I'm sorry, sir.
Die.
Authorization. Come on, 7-1. Come on.
Man, fuck this!
Back alive.
That
That synth was a valuable piece of technology. You're going to have to explain this to Father. X688, ready to relay back alone.
Yes.
All maintenance requests should be directed to the Facilities Division.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult.
The Institute created that synth.
I disagree. A synth is when a man dies by gunshot. Is the blame rightly? Yes, we created the synth. But in any case, while it's unfortunate that the synth was destroyed, the important, while you were away, you'll find all... Go and have a look.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
You call this a clean floor? Are your visual receptors now functioning? Can you not...
Welcome to the Institute, sir.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
What others call complaining, I call critical thinking and challenging assumptions.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, What would you do when...
I teach the guy a lesson. Make sure he knows.
Using physical force is never my first choice. But there are... The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. They no doubt mean to free these synths. In their delusion. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided... beliefs?
They mean well. They're only...
You dealt with Libertalia. That's the reason. Usually they are a minor nuisance. But lately they... I'm afraid we've reached the point where we have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the... But it's important that we act on this soon. Before the... We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths.
There better be something...
I assure you, there will be a...
Pam needs you in her room.
This isn't the Railroad's darkest hour. We will make it through.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere... Maintaining your cover is vital. But this...
Sure. Stockton and the synths are depending on us. We can't let them down.
Well said. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now, we wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them, hard.
Won't the Institute be suspicious?
You're a lot tougher than anyone else in their outfit. And any story we can't attack too. You'll probably...
Like you said, I've done...
It's a risk.
I'll wager this place was built to protect something valuable.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super long.
Your attempt at humor. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved. The situation appears to have escalated. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
I'll wager this place was built to protect something valuable.
I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, the line at the car wash was super...
Your attempt... Our targets are inside. The situation... We move in.
Hey, I'm gonna need some of your...
Very well. Limited backup will be available to us. Here are the recall codes. Follow me. SRB intelligence reports indicate the mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Always sell what we can't use ourselves.
Bingo. No way to kick this. Don't have the key.
Let's do this. What was that? Huh? Hi, how are you?
Thank you for sparing us.
Excuse me.
I can't believe you'd do that for us.
We'll get somewhere safe as soon as you're gone.
You've given us another chance at life. We won't forget it.
Let's get out of here. Don't fancy my hair falling out faster than it already is.
Movement detected. Curious.
Checking. All right. Quit your hiding. We've got company.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you.
Let's count the ammo and see what's left.
You have to come out sooner or later. Human. I got a treat for you.
Show yourself.
Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The only hope for...
Some air fresheners.
If only it were. Standing here, I'm reminded.
Right.
I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. Both of us.
They left me on ice. For 60 years.
They did. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. Well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of
Sure.
It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, to not only do so, but extraordinary.
So it was you?
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you? As it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me?
Sean, you need to know.
I can see that you do. Soon, I hope. A future which I hope is not. Bunker Hill did not go well for us.
I made it.
Why?
It was the right thing to do, Sean.
There's no moral choice. This was such a simple task. I just don't. How can I expect you to represent the Institute?
What if I don't want to represent?
To be quite honest, no, I hadn't considered that. It would be such a poor decision.
So where does this...
I need to be sure I can count. I had hoped we could be something like a family again. I'm afraid there's no room for sentimentality, Father.
Right.
Whatever you do going forward, I hope.
Me too, Sean.
Goodbye.
We were totally ambushed.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe. Bunker Hill, and to see the brother. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the... Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future. I'd like you to join me inside. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in. Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
Sean.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important.
Son.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with before we speak further. Well, it's important. Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ayo has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. We're still monitoring the increased activity around Fort Independence, but there are no immediate signs we should be concerned. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Excuse me, but sir, are you sure this is, well, the proper time to be discussing that? Considering, given all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
I don't think so.
It's all right. I wouldn't expect you to have. The project has been classified from the beginning. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, There is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry, this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
No,
Please,
be serious.
everyone, please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
There must be something we can do to help you.
The only thing that matters now is continuing the Institute's work. It will be all right. I assure you, we can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really?
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
Dr. Carlin's doing some amazing things with our genetically engineered crops.
It's my responsibility to make sure this place runs smoothly.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you... I hope you realize how important mass fusion is to our overall goal.
Just a routine patrol, sir.
All systems nominal.
Dr. Fillmore.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
Absolutely.
All right, let's go. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority.
Uh-huh.
We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some... You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium...
What's a
The details would be long. You just keep me...
Sounds good. I'd appreciate...
Not as much as I'd appreciate coming back in one piece. I don't like going above ground unless... But here we are, with our... Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is, we don't want them getting the agitator. Head on up to the relay.
Best part of my day is coming home to my girl.
Hello.
We were really hoping you'd get that rogue synth back. Oh well. I'm sure you
Huh?
Father can't be serious. How's an outsider supposed to know how things work here?
Safety's off!
No sign of the agitator. We'll have to search the rest of the building.
Calm down, Noel. You knew that this was coming. I don't understand why you're acting this way.
Don't tell me to calm down, Carl. When we started designing the beryllium agitator, you said it would be for the benefit of mankind. Instead, I find out that you have been planning on turning it over to the military all along. You lied to me.
Don't give me that high and mighty attitude. Have you picked up a newspaper lately? There's a war going on out there, Doctor. And if our side's going to win, it needs all the help it can get.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. Since when did science start taking sides? What did they promise you, Carl? Money? Political favors? A goddamn medal?
That's enough. Like it or not, when the testing cycle is completed, I'm crating up the agitator and sending it off to Washington. Now, you have two choices. Either you can get back to work, or you can get the hell out of my building.
Got it.
Allie.
Well, isn't this fun?
It's an ambush! Over here! Over here!
All right. Quick.
Nice try!
Come on, show yourself. That all you got? We had enough yet? Blow the conduit! Now! Just stop for a drink.
It's clever.
Come out! And always sell what we can't use ourselves.
That ought to do it.
That should do it. Elevator ought to have power again.
Nice.
Please. For victory. Lost visual.
Yes.
Why don't you make this easy for both of us?
That's it.
Hiding is pointless. Target's gone. Wait, what was that?
Been hearing things all day.
Standing down.
There's the reactor. Not a bad piece of work for its time. Guess they weren't so good at mitigating radiation back in those days. Levels are almost off the charts. I'll monitor things from here.
I'm through.
That thing's 3 times as old as I am. That's saying something.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The thing we're looking for, the agitator. It should be in a port at the top of the reactor.
Security alert in the reactor chamber. Emergency lockdown initiated. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Sensor open.
Lockdown ended.
These guys just don't know when they're beaten, do they? I'll help the synths buy some time. Make sure you get back to the Institute with the agitator.
Hostile sensor reading. Detected.
Like this. No.
I'll wager this place was...
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Too bad about that rogue synth at Libertalia. I really needed that.
Father has always been a little...
Dr. Fillmore.
I think that was enough excitement for a while. Thank you. I'll make sure I understand Father is anxious to get you involved in something else.
Judging by Dr. I'm guessing the retrieval mission.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today.
Higgs and Logan are no better than children throwing a temper tantrum.
Goodness sake, be reasonable. I know you can hear me, now open this door. What's the use?
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Logan have decided they've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made...
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce.
Maybe I can reason.
I believe I can help. I can unlock. From there, if you can't reason, that should give you some... Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
Is someone present?
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards, Impressive.
Dr. Higgs.
If you've come to change our minds, then...
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you.
Father believes in me.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know? I'm sure you mean well.
Uh-huh. Maybe, maybe not. All I'm at...
I'm sorry, but our minds...
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher will sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Since, abort command override and resume normal functions. Scanning. Subject identified.
You have a lot to learn.
Newton.
You're really
Bravo.
going to be the next director of the
I admit.
I'm just glad they listened.
There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must...
Put them on probation.
That's more than fair. I'll take that out. I also wanted to offer you something as a more I know that your work often takes you. I gathered these items together.
Not that I've noticed. I feel quite well.
I see. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
I see. You're sticking to the regimen.
sticking to the regimen we agreed upon?
Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my little pills.
I see. And you've been getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
Okay. Any additional pain or tenderness?
Not that I've noticed, no. I feel quite well.
Interesting. How's your energy level? Feeling any fatigue?
No more than I'd expect from a man of my age.
I see. You're sticking to the regimen we agreed upon?
Yes, Doctor. I'm taking all my little pills.
Interesting. And you've been getting extra rest?
Are there many more of these questions?
I see.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. I think that will be all for now.
But I haven't quite finished.
I believe we're done now. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
I understand mass fusion was a success, despite.
We handled them just fine.
That's what Dr. Fillmore reported. I'm quite pleased at the results. Would have been a terrible... The Brotherhood's intervention must be placed in a larger context, however. Future conflict with them is guaranteed. We are, after all,
Sure.
It also cannot go unnoticed that there were... I, of course, never doubted your commitment to our cause. I'm proud of regardless. The Brotherhood isn't... And look at me. I'm wasting time.
Whatever it is,
I certainly hope. This situation, I'm afraid, is something...
if I've done something to jeopardize the Institute...
I have no doubt that you will. While you were assisting Dr. Fillmore, a second team was sent out to... Apparently, there was some miscommunication, and this individual called for help. My understanding is that no shots have been fired. I need you to go there and speak to your Minutemen gathered outside. Insist that Dr. Thompson is on site, and I know you can resolve this situation. But it is of paramount importance that this...
They'll listen to me. I'll
Believe me.
Sure.
I have to admit, the third generation sensor.
What's going on here?
You're an unexpected surprise. These Institute bastards aren't getting away. We don't know quite what we're up against, but it's good you're here to help. How did you hear about this?
Can you bring me up to speed on the situation?
Commonwealth citizen lives in that there observatory. Institute thugs showed up to haul him off, only he spotted them coming. He managed to fire off a flare gun, got our attention, and we got up here as quick as we could. Now they're trapped inside. So, how do you want to play this? We thought about trying to lure them out here, since it'd be easier to kill them. But then we realized we probably ought to storm the place, to make sure they can't disappear on us. That makes sense, right? So, you want to lead the charge?
Have your men hold their ground.
I don't think that's a good idea. We have to act now. Are you going to lead?
This whole thing is just a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding.
The Institute wants the same things you do.
I don't know about that, but look, if not, I'll make sure no one makes a move on him in the meantime. But
Excuse me, Doctor.
Oh, thank God you're here. I was starting to worry we might not make it out of...
Everything's taken care of.
Good. Good. It was bad enough that Wallace...
The Minutemen were only doing...
Well, from here it looked like they were out for blood. And if... Can we just get on? I know he's potentially important to Phase 3 and all, but I'm not sure it's what...
Why did the Institute send...
They thought I'd be able to relate to him with my... I know they've been keeping an eye on him for years. But once they realize... I think they even... Let's just get Wallace.
What do you mean, get Wallace?
I know. There's just... well, there... I was thinking.
No problem.
I hope.
Sure. Useless. Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of,
Mr. Wallace, I'm here to talk to you.
You're another one of them, aren't you? Are you a robot?
Please, try and relax.
No! You're here... I've heard all the stories.
Hey, just calm down, okay?
Fine.
Mr. Wallace, would you...
Help the Institute.
The Institute has an engineering problem that your scientific expert... In exchange for helping us out, you'd be granted access to whatever research you wanted to perform. You'd be safe and...
Uh-huh. Think about your future, Wallace.
I suppose that's...
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director. Okay. Thanks. I mean...
Hey, I'm here. Sure.
I'll see you back in the Institute.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
Ah, there you are. I cannot Our new guest is familiarizing himself with his surroundings. With his help, Phase 3...
I'm proud to help.
At this, there is one more. It is time to announce our presence to the Commonwealth. To request.
That's a good idea. Hopefully we...
Yes, that is one goal. And if you are to be the new director... We've prepared some... Use the microphone here.
For years now, you have suspected that the Institute still exists. That we are among you. It is true. But it is not the whole truth. We're here. And we are here to help. Our superior technology represents the future of the Commonwealth. Today, we activate our nuclear reactor, ensuring that we will persevere long after the world above ground ceases to exist. Ensuring that mankind has a future. We have no desire to interfere in the unimportant details of your daily lives. We simply insist that you do not interfere with Institute operations. To do so would result in dire consequences. Rest easy. Looking bright. And that mankind will thrive under our guidance.
Well, that was... interesting. Perhaps not what we originally intended. But now it's time to make sure that How would you feel about making...
I could use some...
If we'd like... Before we... I've been assured that the necessary parts are on... Report back when you...
He'll get used to Diamond City security being unhelpful. Just ignore him like I do.
Do all you outsiders wear such funny clothes?
I'm a busy man. Got things to do, people to see.
Oh, hey. How are you?
I'll need to find those radio parts.
I haven't forgotten what you've done for me.
Okay, let's try this. Maybe this goes here? Alright, in you go.
Things with Scarlet didn't really, work out. But that's fine. Think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints. Oh, hey. How are you?
Travis.
You think the radio sounds better these days? I'm not getting nearly as many complaints.
We were really hoping you'd get that rogue synth back. Oh well. I'm sure you did your best.
Good to see you.
If you encounter a hazardous chemical spill, please alert the site.
We're quite fortunate to have the synths to aid us.
Enjoy your trip to the big city. It's done then?
Everything is in place.
Good. I'll let you. This, my friends, is the moment we've all worked towards. After all your effort, the time has finally come to start our reactor. No longer will we be forced to compromise to survive. No more will we need worry about outpacing our resources. My father and I couldn't be more proud of what you have helped us accomplish. And we look forward to achieving even greater things in the future. The Institute is now truly mankind's best hope. Thank you. All of you.
Son.
It's almost hard to believe. After all those years of hard work, here we are. We've arrived. Look what you...
Now that the reactor works?
We'll get to that. There's more work to be done before... The Directorate has convened a meeting about how to proceed. I'm not going to it.
There's no need to gloat. I'm man enough to admit that I lost.
Reporting status. All functions normal.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
I couldn't be more
first to
pleased
welcome
with
you,
Father's
sir.
choice for
We're
a
looking
new
forward
director.
to working with you.
Congratulations.
I'm happy to be here, Dr.
I'm sure you will.
Right now, we're all...
Let's not be dramatic.
There's nothing dramatic. To
Right.
bring you up to speed, obviously there are groups in the With the reactor now online, we have the ability to not only expand synth production.
I'm sure the reactor will improve everyone's life.
Yes.
Sure.
The Directorate has agreed that steps must be taken to ensure...
Let's just spit it out, shall we? The Directorate has decided that the Brotherhood of...
As the incoming director, we felt it so.
Shouldn't we wait and see? Give the...
We all know why the Brotherhood is even in...
We've all agreed that as director, it's up to you. We'd like your input on what direction we should take.
What would the results of this choice be? I'd like to make a well-informed decision.
Well, if we increase synth production, we'd be able to deploy more of them to the Commonwealth to aid in our operations. Weapon development would improve the weapons we have available to us now, making our synths more effective. Which would you prefer?
Uh-huh. I've seen enough to know that weapons are the key to winning wars.
As you wish. Thank you very much for you. That's all we have.
Surplus power should translate to increased efficiency and productivity.
Apologies. Apologies. I have an
Good evening.
Hello. Please ensure that your dietary requirements are being filled. If you require maintenance, please file a report with the Facilities Division.
Ah, there you are. You've met with the director. It was difficult for them to read.
I think it's a mistake.
It should be clear by now that if we wait, we will be
You know, Father, it's no secret that you worked with the railroad.
The depth of your involvement with them has been called into question repeatedly. The question is, where do you stand with them?
I can't lie.
Well,
right.
I won't ask for details.
Uh-huh.
But these people, with their twisted ideology, they seek to...
They're determined, and they won't stop. I'm sure they'd burn this.
I know. I've been dealing with them. Surely you can see that you can no longer work with them. I'm afraid this is an order. The railroad...
Desdemona.
Something on your mind? You don't look so good.
The Institute has ordered me to kill you.
I guess they consider us a real threat after all. So really, the question is...
Of course I'm not going to go through with it.
It's unfortunate things have...
Sure.
You need to stall them. Buy time any way you can. And step up. That's all we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Des has something urgent for you.
Desdemona.
We've got an emergency. Glory spotted a courser near Dayton. We were hoping Bunker Hill bought us some time, but the Institute's...
Can I lend a hand?
Yes. Ticonderoga safe house has gone dark, and I need you to check it out. But if you do find a courser there, kill it.
I'll take care of it.
Get to it, then. Glory?
Desdemona.
I could use the dock. If Tycon falls, we'll be... running out of... places to hide.
Intruder identified. This is a restricted area. Your arrival wasn't in the mission briefing. This irregularity will be reported to Justin Ada.
You know who I am, so tell
Intelligence indicated this is a railroad base. Currently maintained.
The SRB sent me to check on you.
Mission proceeding according to plan. Ambush set for railroad time.
Mm-hmm.
All systems nominal.
Use the stairs to leave. The elevator's been disabled.
We've got company. All right, quit your hiding. Bit of exercise, man.
Terminated.
With extreme. I regret any suffering you may incur. Following instant. Eliminating. Your destruction is inevitable. Actuator.
That'll teach you.
Hello.
Count the ammo and see what's left. Anything good?
Pam needs you in her room.
Rebuilding takes time, but we have the men and women to do it.
Ticonderoga was wiped out by coursers. No survivors.
All hands lost? God damn it, that's not the...
Mhm.
Now we're in a race. Can we free the...
We've survived this far.
Here's hoping. With Tycon down, we're short-handed. If you could spare time from your primary mission, the others could probably use some help.
Make sure you're never followed. Here. It's all our asses if you are.
Human-machine interface set to 100.
I can't help.
Uh-huh.
Pam.
Agent identified. Another DIA cache awaits recovery.
Judging by Dr. Ao's mood, I'm guessing the retrieval mission in Libertalia
Greetings, sir.
didn't end well.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist were it not for him.
Remember to practice good sanitation habits at all times.
It's unfortunate that it's come to this. But there's really no other way.
Apologies. I have an urgent message from Z1. Your quarters have flooded, sir. There is danger of...
I'll go right now.
Time is of the... To avoid any undue tragedy,
What took R5 so long to reach you? You must act now. The Brotherhood of Steel has discovered the location of the railroad.
I'll warn them right away.
Thank you. I was hoping for more time to once you secure...
Z1's rebellion is ready, but we have a crisis. The Brotherhood's on their way here.
Pam wants to talk.
What?
She's
What
in
are you
bed.
talking about?
Ugh.
Jesus. Quick, take this. Tom made it. Everyone else, mobilize.
Uh-huh.
Assume defensive positions. Reinforce Glory in the tunnels. Move! Move! Move!
Damn! The booby trap on the escape tunnel was closed.
Who's there?
Who's there? Something's out there.
We got trouble!
Oh, no, you
Go, you might make it.
Move it! Tom!
The escape tunnel is history. No one's coming in or out that way.
Drummer!
Desdemona.
We're cut off.
Glory's holding them off.
The catacombs are now our only
She
way
can hold
out.
out, though.
Glory was guarding the entrance, but she may already be overwhelmed by the Brotherhood.
We got lucky so far. No one...
Your warning saved us. You and the others go help Glory.
None of them got past me. Damn, that stings. Listen, the railroad promised me you'll free them.
Hold on.
Better us get it than someone else.
The heck?
Target located.
Brotherhood will...
Desdemona.
You've killed the last of them, and you're still standing. I wish the same could be said for Glory. The Brotherhood, so we do the unexpected. We eliminate the Brotherhood as a threat now, and the key to that is destroying their flying fortress, the Pridwen. Fortunately, we've got a contingency plan for that. Tom, we're activating Operation Red Glare.
What? But Red Glare requires a Brotherhood vertibird.
Then Charmer will get you one.
Count on me.
With what happened to Glory, the Brotherhood's occupied the Cambridge police station. Spotters report they almost... And Tom.
Me?
No one else can fly the damn thing.
Uh-huh.
You